Hello, my name is Stephen Melzack. I've been a widower for nearly 4 years. I lost my wife, Maureen, in November 2021.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Morin. Keep going. Get cooking in the kitchen.
Don't make your dinner now.
She passed away officially on November the 5th, 2021. Morin was not a speaker. She was quiet, but you need yin and yang in any relationship. I was the yin or she was the yin and I was the yang. And she was a very quiet person, but when she spoke, she was the most honest and sincere person I've ever met in my life. She had morals that were so high. It was incredible. Her word was a bond. If she said something, it was, it was gospel. It was the truth. She spoke it. And I've never met anyone like her. She was so generous. She would give the last sweet in the box. I wouldn't. I'd take it. Right. Hello, Maureen.
Pizza melon?
Yes, please. And make it snappy.
Yeah.
Mmm. Yep. Nice melon. In February 2023, I got diagnosed with prostate cancer. I had a biopsy in May 2023, who confirmed it was quite an aggressive one, and it needed to be dealt with pretty quickly. I was given 2 choices of radiotherapy or surgery. My whole world, not only had I lost Maureen, but now I was facing prostate cancer on my own. I didn't know what to do. I thought, if this is going to be the end of my... I really didn't know. So when I went through radiotherapy, I was joking there. I was laughing at cancer. By the early months of 2024, I went back for a blood test. They confirmed I was all clear. When I lost Maureen, in the early weeks or month, I joined a bereavement group, a local bereavement group, and they were very nice people, but I went for about a year, and I found it was actually not doing me any good. I'd say, I had a bad weekend, my grief came out quite badly, and some of them were so depressed. I didn't think it was for me. It was for them, but for me, I needed something else. Am I supposed to follow feelings? Next up, we have Steve, followed by Cornelis. Tonight is a special night. I have some film people with me that filming my story of grief, how I have got through the last 3.5 years after losing my wife, making all the friends I made through open mic nights. The guitar's been my saviour. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad, it's just how you deal with it and the life. So, and everybody else is rubbish, I'm the best. But really, I just owe a lot to the N19 for everything they've done for me, for just making me so welcome. And it's what I needed. I needed to be around people. I didn't want to dwell on my own in the house on my own thoughts. I had to go out, and I've made so many lovely friends. The guitar has helped me so much. I'd be lost without the guitar. Last October, on Maureen's birthday, around that time, I started writing another song. This is called Girl of My Dreams. And I didn't realise that song was going to be so popular that people, they love all my twists and shouts and all my other stuff that I do. But that song has become my number one. I've made that my finale song. So if I do 2 or 3 songs, that becomes my M1, and I get a huge cheer. So I'm going to end on Girl of My Dreams. They sing along with me. They've got to know the words of it. And although it's a sad song, it's a happy sad song. Through open mic, I've met Adam Wedd, who's a fantastic guy.
We were both playing an open mic night, and I noticed that he was wearing a very cool Hawaiian shirt. And then as the evening went on, he was dancing to other people's music, and it was very friendly and everyone knew him. And then later on, we were getting a drink downstairs, and I just got to hear about his story, and it really inspired me, because I thought, well, what an amazing chapter of his life. Even though it could be over when someone so close to you passes, he's choosing to keep her memory alive by writing songs about his wife and taking them to the masses at the open mic circuit.
I've got a telephone line to heaven, and I use it every day.
People my age and younger often don't think about grief until something happens in your own life. So I think it's healthy. And as a country, in England, we don't talk about grief or death or anything. So I think it's a beautiful thing that Steve is so positive about framing the situation. And I feel really inspired that if I lose someone really close to me in the future, like there's always something else around the corner positive, which I think is super cool. I think Steve performing open mic nights, the ones I've been at, it always seems to lift the mood there. So if everyone's like a bit depressed after their day at work, and they're like staring into their pint, whenever Steve goes onto the stage with his like smile and stories about his songs, everyone's like completely captivated, which is super cool. And then of course when he whips out the Beatles cover of Just Twist and Shout, it goes to the next level.
In end of July, I lost my brother Martin. He was older than me by 8 years and 3 months, and I lost him. And because I'd gone through the grief of losing both my parents over years ago, and then losing Maureen, my wife, 4 years ago, I've become a stronger person. And I used to wonder why I didn't cry as much as I did for Martin. And I understand the reason why, because with Maureen, she was my life partner, and I was with her 24/7. We did everything together, joined at the hip. With my brother, I didn't speak to him 1 week to the next, but he was there. So it was a different kind of grief. So the grief for your partner in life is different from your sibling. Grief is a tough thing. There's no right or wrong way to grieve. But I realised that losing my brother, I was dealing with it in a good way. I was dealing it in the way that I know how, by writing a song about him. And I talk to him every day as I talk to Morin every day. And I know that we are in life for a reason. And I think my reason is to help people overcome grief. I can do it. I didn't think about it before. When I lost my parents, it was the only people I ever knew who'd passed away, and I didn't know anything about death. But there is no such thing as death. I realise now we just move on to another existence, and I believe that. And it's helped me go through the loss of my brother. Everybody has their own grief. It's not for me to say, this is what you should do. I can only say what works for me, because somebody else might be a shy person and they would not play guitar and they would not go out with a guitar in front of a crowd of people. I'm lucky that I can do that. But for somebody else, I would just say, don't be by yourself. Find something that you love. Get involved with people, and there's nothing you can do. She's not coming back. She's not coming back. But your head said, but come on, she would want you to carry on. She wants you to go out and live life. And I've learned so much. I've gone out and I'm living life, and I wrote another song where I said, I've got a brand new path, and now once again, I'm learning to laugh. So I put that into a song, and I'm finding my way now. I'm getting better. But you don't get over grief, but you do learn to live with it, and that's 100%.
Okay, ready? remember when I met Maureen back in 1994. We spent so many years together. Oh, I wish there could have been more. When I met Morin, I knew she was the one, because I found the girl of my dreams. My heart used to beat so fast every time that we'd meet, and she'd hold my arm so tightly walking down the street.